Some of you are gonna know exactly what this is based off of that alone. This box is a box I have been waiting for probably over a month. I would say about a month for the FRS. It's the last, very last thing we need to get the FRS sitting how we want it, aligned and driving good. Let's go ahead and open it up. What we have here are the P2M rear upper control arms for the FRS. These things have been sold out everywhere for months and months and months. P2M finally got these back in stock, so I had to make sure we got a set of those in before they sold out again. Guys, if you want a set, they are very cheaply priced compared to competitors, and they're very high quality. P2M makes them super nice products, so they'll be linked first, link in the description box below. If you have a track FRS or BRZ or like even a stance one, anything that you need crazy alignment adjustment with, you need a set of upper control arms for the rear. The first thing we need to do is get the car up in the air, get the rear wheels off, and then figure out how to get the rear control arms off. I don't know if we need to drop the subframe or not. I'm hoping we can get the OEM control arms off without pulling the subframe, because that would save us a bunch of time. Before we get into that, I want to show you guys exactly why I am wanting to do control arms on this car. This is mainly like a show slash stance car, you'd call it right now. I haven't really built it for performance as of yet. That may change in the near future, but we're running like -10 degrees of camber up front. In the rear, we're only at like -3 right now, and honestly, it looks kind of funny like that. So I'm gonna match, for now, I'm gonna match the rear to the front, so we can have about I would say about -8 in the rear, -10 in the front. Right now, it looks kind of like a drift car, and it looks okay. You know how drift cars have a bunch of camber up front and nothing really in the rear? I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty sick, but I think it'll look better with matching camber. So we need to touch more of camber on the rear, and this side over here as well, we need to suck in quite a bit. I didn't really mess with the camber all that much because I knew we were gonna have to do control arms. All right, we got the car jacked up. We got our very gorgeous CCW classic wheel pulled off. I keep getting questions on what the specs are. Rear 18 by 11.5, front 18 by 11. Rear's like a -70-ish offset. Front, I'm guessing around like a -45 to -50 offset. So pretty gnarly specs. So upper control arm is that guy right there. That U-shaped thing we are going to be pulling off and replacing with the new one. We already have toe arms on the car and rear low control arms. You can get probably -4, -5 degrees of camber, I would say, with both of those. But if you want full adjustability, guys, you need to get rear uppers as well. It looks like we have 2 bolts way up in there, and then 1 nut right here holding the rear upper control arm to the hub. So yeah, let's get to work. I'm gonna start pulling off some parts. I have a feeling we're gonna have to pull off more than I'm expecting, but nonetheless, let's get after it. Getting the stock control arm off was a lot easier and much quicker than I thought it would be. We had a bolt that went through right here, a little pinch bolt that pinched the hub together, 1 bolt there, 1 bolt there, and along with those, I also connected the bottom of the strut and the lower control arm from the hub just so it can drop down farther. We got this stock arm off, and damn, this thing is so heavy. You can see how I cleaner set right there a long time ago while it was on the car. For axle purposes, my rear axle was hitting it when I aired out. But let's pull out an aftermarket one Let's see, what side? Wrong side. And compare them real quick. I'm excited. So here's a stock one. This is obviously an aftermarket one. This is the part that is adjustable. So this right here connects to the top of the rear hub, and the farther in you pull it, the more negative camber there'll be, and the farther out you push it, the more positive camber there will be. So if you spin it, it's a reverse thread. This is how you start getting the wheel. This is negative, safe. This is neutral and 0 camber. That's negative. That's positive. This is how you get positive camber. On this car, we are going for a little bit more negative camber. Another thing I'm noticing, it's really nice how this P2M control arm has the brackets for the ABS line. So we don't have to worry about zip tying that up anywhere. We can just clip it right back in. Yeah, guys, let's go ahead and throw this thing on the car. I should have taken the time to powder coat these to match the rest of the control arms, or like the whole green black theme on this car. I think these in green would look pretty sick, but let's be honest, you're never gonna be able to see these. They are so far up there that you'll probably never see them. Let's get after it. So with each control arm, they give you a cotter pin and 2 bolts with nuts. The bolts and nuts, I'm guessing, are for bolting on the ABS line. And then the cotter pin is for this top nut right here, where it connects to the hub. The cotter pin goes through this nut just so it doesn't back off. So we got the driver's side control arm on. Let's go bang out the passenger side. We can get the car back on the ground and then really spend some time trying to get this camber exactly how we want it. I'm guessing with the lower control arm, upper control arm, and toe arm, we could probably get like negative 15 degrees if we wanted. And quite honestly, I might max it out completely just to see how much camber we can actually get. Both control arms are mounted up on the car. The passenger side is fully maxed out for negative camber, just so we can see how much negative camber we can actually get. The driver's side is about where I think it needs to be. I'm just completely guessing on the driver's side. There's gonna be a lot of adjustments we need to make after we get the car on the ground, but I'm curious to see the passenger side fully maxed out where it sits. The lower control arm and the toe arm are both where they were before, so we can pull the lower control arm out and get a little bit more negative camber if we wanted. But let's go ahead and throw some wheels on the car to get it on the ground and see how it looks. I can already tell there's going to be quite a bit of negative camber on this wheel when you go to air it out. So yeah, boys, just like I expected, there is a decent amount of camber on here. That looks literally like the same as the front, and we haven't really done much adjustments. I'll probably pull that out just a little bit on the top, a little bit of positive camber, and we should be good to go. So after a few adjustments, we got the car sitting exactly where we want it, all good to go there. I'm just gonna go on a drive right now, make sure everything is good, make sure I didn't miss any bolts that are loose. And how I do that is just go on a drive, fit some bumps, and if it doesn't rattle, we should be good. Now for real though, I torqued everything down. I know we're good there. I'm just going on a drive, make sure we don't have any weird noises though, make sure we don't have any tire rubs. Quite a bit more camber than before. We ended up at -9 in the rear. The front is still way more than I want. It's like negative 11.5. But guys, you gotta remember back to when we were building these wheels, I couldn't get any smaller of a lip. So we were stuck with a 6-inch. I can't positive camber the front and bring it up to a -9 or even less. Ideally, I would be like -5 all around if I could. But I can't bring it out any less because then I couldn't air out. So we're stuck with -11, -11.5 in the front. It's all good. -9 in the rear. It looks pretty solid with the -11 up front. I think it looks pretty even. Here in a second, I'll air the car out for you guys, go walk around and show you the finished product. I think it looks absolutely sick. All right, so here is how she sits, boys. Like I said, -9 rear, -11.5 up front. Rear air out is a tiny bit higher than the front. I can maybe fit my pinky in there. Front is, yeah, you can't fit anything in there. You can't even fit a dollar bill in there. So the reason for that, if the rear was aired out as much as the front, it'd be a lot lower like on the sides. It kind of curves down. So I think this look right here is absolutely perfect. What do you guys think? Drop a comment in the comment section below. I'm pretty stoked with how this car is turning out. I think we need to move on to other stuff, aka a fatty turbo or a supercharger or a motor swap, or make it fast because it looks fast but it's not fast. What do you guys think about that? I think that'd be pretty sick. Oh man, this car's looking sick though. All right, my beautiful family, that is gonna be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Once again, huge shout out to P2M for sending over the control arms. They'll be linked down in the description box below if you guys wanna go pick up a set. Please do if you are into stancing your FRS or BRZ. These will fit all FRS, all BRZ, all GT86, newer WRXs, newer STIs. I can't remember the exact year. Go check out the link. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace out. I will see you in the next video.